Legends, welcome back to another team preview for the Ruck Infringement Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Joey the Prophet, and joining me today, we're doing the Manly Sea Eagles team preview. It's the one and only Cheggers. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Mate, I am fantastic. What a pleasure to have you on. For those who don't know you, you are the social media / graphic guru of the Ruck Infringement Podcast. So welcome. It is our honour to have you here to talk about your Manly Sea Eagles.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, very, very welcome, mate. All right, let's get straight into it. We're going to start with some ins and outs, mate, for 2026. Now, we talked a bit off air about some of these, some pretty big ones, some might have some consequences for 2026. But, mate, do you want to read through the list of the gains and losses for this year?
Yeah. Yep, no worries. So we've got with the gains, like, so Jamal Fogarty obviously coming from the Raiders there. So he's there till 2028. Looking forward to seeing him sort of as one of the newbies. Kobe Hetherington from the Broncos, coming off the grand final there. But then other than that, they're the sort of the main gains. And you got Zach Clay from the Roosters and Blake Wilson, but they're sort of a bit compared to Fogarty and Hetherington, they're sort of, nothing too much to talk about. In regards to losses, there's a few of the retirements. I'd say Aloye, Lockie Croker, and I think there was one more that was and then Michael Cheekham as well, but he bounced around to that many clubs. It's like he hardly got any sort of momentum. So again, it didn't really feel like too much of a loss for him. Then other than that, then you've got like Gordon Chan Kung Tong. So he's off to, I believe it's the Bears.
Dogs.
Dogs. And then Vega as well. So Raymond Vega, he's going to the Bears. It was like they've been around Manly forever, but they just never really got a run. Even back in the Desi days, they were there in that little in the squad, and they never really got much of a chance. They had the odd game here and there, maybe 2-3 games a season, and it was sort of they were good, but still not enough to make the side. So. Other than that, then you got Matthew Lodge is going to his 15th club out of 10 seasons. And then, you've got obviously DCE, the big DCE. He's going to your crew. So we will see. It's gonna be one way or the other with him, whether it's going to be all good for us or it's going to be an absolute disaster.
Mate, DCE and Tommy Talau as well. We brought over from Manly. So, he's another. I think he's not a bad signing for the Roosters. Be a bit of a fringe player, but DC is going to be massive. Obviously, he's played for that club for so long. As a Manly fan, like how does it feel? Obviously, I'm not in the inner sanctum there at Manly, but as a Manly fan for a one club player like that, how does it feel to see him leave the club?
It's a bit of both because you really wanted to see him finish off the career for the rest of do the whole thing. But then at the same time, then it's last season was just thrown straight off the rails from like, what was it, week 3, 4, 5 when he made the announcement there, just saying, I'm not wearing my jersey, I'm in a random polo and just I'm gonna go somewhere, but I'm not telling you. Let's just throw the whole season into chaos, and then we just fluff over the line at the end. But I don't know, it's sort of a little bit of a bad taste to finish on, but again, he was a great player for his entire season, for his entire career here at Manly. So I don't know, it's sad to see him go, but at the same time it's like, all right, off you go. Just
exactly. I mean, sorry, you go.
Oh, so we'll see how we go without you.
Yeah, I mean, look, at 37, you sort of go, look, you've had your time. Joey Walsh coming through, he's a really, really prodigious talent and a lot of raps on him, so it'd be interesting to see what he can do. Obviously, Jamal Fogarty saw what he did with the Raiders last year as minor premiers, so good signs for the Manly Sea Eagles, mate. We're going to jump into a bit of our 2025 review, of how they went last season. Now, the Sea Eagles finished in 10th. It actually wasn't too bad. They were only one win outside the top 8. They scored, obviously, 30 competition points and had 21 positive for and against. So, look, an indifferent season in what we've seen in the previous years for Manly. Like, they've always been a bit of a powerhouse, always, in or around the top 8. So, mate, what were your thoughts on 2025?
There we go. You said it yourself, in and out of the top 8. It's like I did see something on socials, and they had like a bit of a rundown of the last 5 years, I think it was, and it was all around in and around that top 8. But overall, over those 5 years, I think it was around 9th was the average. And again, that's not good enough, and it gets pretty frustrating. It gets old to try and always going to be a loyal fan, but it's still trying to keep it. I'm not going to be Miko from playing flooring. I can't be that positive all the time when my team are doing what they're doing. So
shout out to Dream Flooring.
Yeah, shout out Miko. I'm keeping
Mate, I love it. Yes, please. The big thing for 2025 for Manly was Luke Brooks coming to the club. A lot was made on how would Brooks and the DCE combination work. I thought Brooks was okay. First proper full season, proper pre-season as well. Hadn't had one in a while. So it was good to see him come to the club, but it didn't make a difference. It wasn't like you've signed this player to come here and win you a comp, because it just, unfortunately, his career was at the Tigers. So, and, the Tigers don't sort of have that winning mentality. So I don't think Brooks really came over with that winning mentality. Don't get me wrong, a sea change was great for him, and I thought he's been really good in Manly colours. But I just don't think he was the answer. And I think, obviously, the loss of Trbojevic, Tommy, that is, to injury, and it just keeps happening year after year after year. And then 2026 has come along. They've made him captain. I just don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea, because, he's probably one injury away from medically retiring, mate.
Yeah, he's not far off, is he? It's just, again, like you're saying, with the Tigers there was never going to be he's never going to fly high and do all that sort of stuff with them. But as I said, why are you bringing him over to Manly to try and do the same thing? Like, we've got Turbo, we've got like Jake, he's probably on his way out soon, but like, get Turbo in there, get Fogarty to, like, again, after a little while, maybe get him to start sort of acting up as well in the C role. But I don't know. I just, with Brooks, again, he's Manly, but he's still not, like, he's not like one of us, so to speak. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's one of us, but he's not. So
it's interesting. Obviously, the retirement of Lachlan Croker didn't help. You sort of had Jake Simpkin filled in a little bit. Obviously, Gordon Cam Tong, or however you say his name, he filled in a bit as well. Look, I think 2025, you put it behind you. You look forward to 2026 and see where Manly can get. Mate, we're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to jump into some NRL SuperCoach and fantasy chat now. Now, we both play SuperCoach. We do have our comp running. But, mate, let's chat a couple of Manly players for the listeners here, maybe some we have in our teams or some we're thinking about. I'm quickly going to get our Manly players up. Do that. All right. So, obviously, the most expensive Manly player in SuperCoach is that man we're just talking about, Tom Trbojevic, fullback, $692K. Now, he's currently in my team. I'm ready to be hurt again. I'm hurt every year by Tommy, and I just keep doing it to myself. Mate, any interest in Tommy in your team?
Yep, 100%. He's in my team. Does the same thing every year as well. He hurts me, but then at the same time, it's not uncommon over the years that I've bought him twice or 3 times. Like, just get him in, get some points, gets injured, get him out, buy some other gun for a little bit. It's whatever he's good, I try and get him back on. So he's my fullback. So for now,
I love it. My big thing this year is, with the captaincy next to his name, I'm hoping he'll go to a whole new level. I'm hoping that will really make a big difference for him. Like, we already know he's a classy player. Obviously, they tried to move the centre for a little bit, sort of didn't work. You can't really move Cooler from there with how good he is and the speed he possesses. So I think fullback's definitely Tommy's best option. I think with no DCE, it's actually the perfect recipe for Tommy to make some great points. He's sort of going to act as that second receiver outside Fogarty and Brooks. So, mate, I'm excited for a turbo season. I just hope that he can stay fit. Fingers crossed.
Exactly, mate. Keep it together.
Yeah, exactly, mate. The next player on the list, the man that came over from the Raiders, Jamal Fogarty, halfback, $667K. Now, no interest there for me this season, only because of the caliber of halfbacks going around in SuperCoach. We've got so many cheapy options this year. Like, you got Ethan Sanders, you got Daniel Atkinson at the Dragons. So there's so many options there that I think you can start cheap and then see how Fogarty's going at Manly later in the season. If he is a good buy, hopefully he's dropped some cash by then and you bring him in. Mate, thoughts on Fogarty?
I haven't got him on my side, but again, I did look into doing it because of the whole potential goal kicking side of things.
Yeah, true.
But again, like how can you go past Cleary? Really, like he's my half. I believe he's yours. Yeah.
I know. I've gone a different direction. I've got Hines and Katoa.
Ah, right. There we go.
Yes.
I ended up saying that I did get. I've got Joey Walsh in as the cheapie there, 235. 235. I just put in there, but I've got Cleary as my main halfback to start.
I mean, look, he's tried and proven. You know what you get with Cleary. The only issue I have with the Panthers draw is it's probably the hardest in the comp, and I think early on, I know Cleary can stand up in big games, but we have to see him score, an 80 average to actually make some cash. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting there. But, mate, it's interesting you talk about the goal kicking there because the next man on the list, Ruben Garrick, centre wing, 664K. Now, do you think he loses the goal kicking too, Fogarty?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think we'll know until the season starts, really. Like, I honestly don't know. It could go either way. Again, it's like, do they want to start setting Fogarty up to continue to start for 2026? Because Garrick's on his way to the Roosters was it 27? So I don't know. Do they just go
27? Yeah.
Thanks for that. Just have the rest of the year off in kicking and go nuts. But you won't be kicking. So in saying that, every year, I think since I've ever started playing SuperCoach years and years ago, I've always put Garrick in my squad because he's always consistent and he always seems to be on the field too. So.
He is a fantastic player. I mean, like his 2025 spoke for itself. Mate, he's currently in my team, but the goal kicking could change my mind because I'm not going to pick a player who's solely playing on the wing and not goal kicking. So if he is just a winger and he doesn't kick goals, I don't think I'm going to grab him. I just don't think it'll be worth it if he's just – because I obviously you want to see tries. Usually in my centre wing, I pick 4 centres because you know that your centres are probably going to get the ball a lot more than your wingers. Players like Alex Johnson who just dive over the line, like that's all they're going to do. So if Garrick isn't goal kicking, I probably jump off. But at the moment, he's in my team. So it will be interesting to see. Mate, we're going to move down the list a little bit to another player who a lot of people have had over the past couple of years, Hamole Olakau'atu, second row, 650K. Again, there's a plethora of options at second row. You got Dave Fafita, who's that mid-range, everyone's jumping on at the moment. Jermaine McEwen from the Knights. There's a couple of real good little cheapies in there as well. Mate, any interest in Olakau'atu?
Not this year. Last year on our last preview, I was pretty keen to see him have a big season. The big shout out to him. But so I this year again because of the shoulder injury and stuff towards the end of the season, I'm a bit nervous in picking him because I know I imagine he's going to start this year, round one. But again, all it takes, like the last game of the season or whatever it was when he was on there, he was on there for about 5 minutes and he was gone. That was the end of him. So this year I haven't. In previous years he was always on, but I haven't gone from this year. I did put Dave Fafita just because he was 485. So I managed to put him in there. I've also got Hudson Young and Paddy Garrigan.
Ooh, I like it. I've got Hudson Young too. I love that shout. Fantastic. Mate, let's move down the list a little bit to a new player at the club, Kobe Hetherington, now second row, 428K. Really interesting here with Hetherington because he's sort of in that mid-range price. If he could bag the 13 spot based on how Jake's going at the moment, I'd definitely be interested depending on minutes. Yeah.
Oops. Oh, you think you dropped? No, that's all right. I think I've got him in there too, actually. But again, it's more
very nice.
It worked out with the money, the cash and stuff. But I'm very intrigued on how he's going to go, just because again, he's sort of coming from a degree of getting a premiership and for a ring and let's see how he goes. It seems like he's slotted into the team well based on some of the social bids and stuff like that. He's mixing in well with the team and the fan days and stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play because again, I didn't really pay much attention to him, like watching the Broncos thing because again, you rarely watch him, but if you're not a Broncos fan. But yeah, I'm keen to see how he goes. He might turn up if I can remember correctly.
Shout out to Jason Hetherington, obviously Kobe's dad.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
As well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. During that, there was like a TV interview of him at the fan day, and he said that his dad wasn't too keen to see him pull on the Manly jersey, I believe. So, yeah, shout out. It's one of us.
Oh, I could agree, mate. I could agree. You know, if you're a Dogs fan, you don't want to see you take on the opposition there. But mate, the man underneath him on the list, Jake Simpkin, hooker, 422K, a fantastic option this year. Of course, I think he gets a starting gig with no Lachlan Croker there. No real backup. I mean, if they pick a Joey Walsh at 14, I don't know if he's taken too many minutes at hooker. You know, he's not really a hooking type. I think Jake Simpkin is pretty safe. If you're looking at a mid-range option in your hooking role, I would go Simpkin. At the moment, I don't have him only because I went premium in my hooker spot in Harry Grant. So, and then I've got a cheapie in Brendan Smith at the moment. But I could definitely be persuaded to increase Smith to Simpkin, depending on trials and form early on. What's your thoughts, mate?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, again, I didn't really have too much of a sort of, again, I was starting to think I'm starting to go a bit too Manly heavy on my team, which I don't want to do, which you shouldn't be doing anyway.
That's right.
For example, 1, 2, I've got three on my full team, but then I've got another 2 just sitting off on the edge there to sort of, just to fill spots. But again, I don't want to do too much, so I didn't pick him. I've got Brayley up there in the hooker spot, and was it Freddie Lussick on the bench? So
yeah, nice.
Yeah, my 2, based on what the cash would get me.
So, Freddie also might be a bit of a pod play, sign for Penrith, so it'll be interesting to see if he gets a gig there. He gets a run.
But definitely keen how they were thinking, how he goes this year, definitely, because he'll a bit more room to move, I think, and they'll give him a bit more game time.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Obviously, behind Mitch Kenny will be different. But, mate, the next man I want to talk about, and someone who's in my team currently, Taniela Paseka, front row, 328K. Mate, he is dirt cheap for a starting front rower. We know the input that he has in this team, 55, 60 minutes. If he's starting front row, 55, 60 minutes, he's going to make you cash easily. He's in my team currently, mate. Thoughts on Paseka?
Yeah, bring it on. But again, he's not in my team this season. Previous season he was, and he was one of my starters. But again, I don't know, just my luck. I'd always buy him, or I'd always have him be getting injured, especially last year where it was like, I think he was in maybe a third of the season, if that. So I'm not willing to risk it putting him in yet.
Yeah, of course. I know a lot of people have gone on him early, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. And, of course, let's chuck a cheapie in there for this season. Joey Walsh, halfback, 235K now. You mentioned he's on your bench. He's a great option. If he does land a starting spot, let's say he's one injury away from starting anyway and then playing 80 minutes. Then if he does land that spot, I think he's juicy and a lot of people will be getting him in. Yeah.
It was insane seeing towards the end of the 25 season was like, are they going to play him? Are they going to play him? And then they put him on. It was like, I believe it was the last game. And it was like, it was good, but you wanted more. You wanted to see more what he can do. So again, 2026, I'm hoping to see more of him on the field and see how it goes. Yeah, it'll be good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. He's got massive raps on him, so it'll be really good to see how he goes. But look, that's it for our SuperCoach chat for our preview this week. Don't forget to check out our Ruck Infringement Podcast Cup that is running in SuperCoach. You can use the code 693809. I will drop that code and the code for NRL Fantasy in our description. Please go and jump in. It is going to be awesome. You're playing for some championship rings from our good friends at SC Rings. Best championship rings going around, guys. They are incredible. We had the Super Bowl today. They look very similar to those sort of rings. So check them out, SC Rings. Get into the Ruck and Fringe Podcast Cup. All right, mate, let's jump into some players to watch for 2026. Now, this can be a rookie who you're excited to see. It can be a current player who you're excited to see run around this year, someone who might have a breakout season. Who's your player to watch?
For me, and I believe it was yours last season, was Tolukola. I'm keen to see him go. I almost feel like as good as he's been, he still hasn't. Maybe because you never hear him talk, but I reckon he's gonna smash it this year. Pending, if he stays injury free and things, I reckon he's going to absolutely just destroy it. The other one that again I have mentioned previously is Kobe Hetherington. I really want to see player to watch, mainly for myself. I want to see what he's like in the maroon colours. So and then I did briefly touch on Joey Walsh, but again, I'm keen to see what they bring to the team, like based on their very limited time in the team so far. So bring it on,
mate. I absolutely love it. Kohler shout is so good. He just possesses so much speed. The kid is a freak, and you imagine like how would Kohler be in like a Melbourne, a Roosters, a Penrith team? You know, a team where given the structure and the time, like what could he become? So look, it's a fantastic shout. I think for me, I'm gonna back Turbo in. I'm gonna back Turbo in for a big year. I'm gonna actually say an injury-free season in 2026. I'll back him in to have an injury-free year, a big year for Manly. He'll make Origin again. He'll be playing centre for New South Wales, and I think he is back in the fray. Not saying Manly will improve, but Tommy Turbo will have a big year in 2026.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But in saying, please don't pick him for Origin. As much as a mad New South Wales Blues fan, I don't want him playing there because again, he gets cooked like every time.
Yeah,
forget it.
Exactly. But we got to beat him, mate. We got to start the dynasty, mate. Let's jump into our ladder finish for the Manly Sea Eagles in 2026, mate. Realistically, where can you see your team finishing?
Manly. I'm hoping we're up high, but there's no way in hell we're going to be top 4. Still, I don't think. I'm trying to have a bit of faith, but I still think, again, and it sounds horrible, as long as we've got Seabold there, I think we're just going to be fluffing over the line. We're going to get probably, for some reason, I keep seeing 9th again, even though we had some of those stats there with the average of coming in 9th. I believe was it 10th last year? So we might improve. Yeah. So I'm not. It's the same thing. It's like we might get close to getting in the 8, and then we just shit the bed right at the end, and then we're out of the 8.
Yeah.
So I'm just I'm not too hopeful, but again, I really want to see us getting to the 8, but I'm not holding my breath.
Mate, it's an interesting one. Please don't hate me, but I've actually got Manly grabbing the spoon, their first spoon in history. And the main reason for that is I just think the loss of DCE, as much as he was getting old, I just don't know if Fogarty can lead this team. It's you don't really have – you've got Tommy Turbo, but the strike power up front – I mean, you lost Matt Lodge, so your front row is a Paseka and Takaaho. You know what I mean? It's just, for me, you sort of look across the other packs and you go, oh, man, you got Joseph Tarpany at the Raiders, you got Naf White at the Roosters, you got all these big boppers. And then, if Paseka can have a good year, and I hope so, but it's just a bold prediction. I don't know how correct I'm going to be. They haven't won a wooden spoon ever, so I could be completely wrong. But just based on what I've seen, I look, I hope I am for you because, you're one of my close mates and I don't want to see Manly get the spoon, but I've got to give it to someone. I sort of look around, I look at the Titans and I go, they're on the up. They got Josh Hannay heading there this year. I think he's a great coach for them. I don't see them coming last. The Knights, as much as people have them not improving that much, I don't either, but I think Dylan Brown will make a difference. And then you sort of look at the Cowboys, who a lot of people are saying will run last. I think Cowboys will be close to down the bottom. I think they'll be about 15th, 16th. And then the Dragons as well. But again, the Dragons, I've actually got the Dragons about 11th this year. I just think I think Daniel Atkinson is a really good signing for them. Unfortunately, I've got Manly getting the spoon. You've got them about 9th or 10th. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Manly this season, and can they overcome the loss of a player like Cherry Evans? Also, even if they don't get the spoon, I'm going to say Seabold is the first coach sacked in 2026.
See that? Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, it's a long time coming. I feel like, again, it's really hard, and I do apologise to all the Manly fans as well, but for me being a spokesperson as the Manly sort of preview, but it's like, I think I'm not the only one that's absolutely sick and tired of seeing him in the media, the press conference at the end of each game when we get getting smashed, and they go, "Oh, we played really well. We showed some really good promising time." He sounds like a politician, and it's just it's just spouting bullshit, and you don't believe it once, and it's we'll be good next week. It's like, will you? No, you'll lose again because you're talking shit. But in regards to your wooden spoon prediction, for some reason, again, we're the only team that hasn't. I still feel, and we got bloody close. I think it was 2 years ago. I think. But I still have the feeling if our season is on the line and we're about to get it, I think we're still just going to turn up just to miss out on that wooden spoon. So I think I'm hoping you're wrong, but we're not getting it this year.
I hope you do, mate. I hope I am wrong, but they come in the profit, so we'll see.
Well, I'm calling your mates, the red and green, the Rabbitohs. They're going to shit the bed to this year. I reckon they're going to get the spoon.
I hope so, and then they get Payne Haas and
and then probably get
terrible
17th.
Oh man, I hope so. Look, one can only dream about South Suburb. Anyway, this is a Manly preview, mate. Let's jump into some. Let's jump into some last words before we finish. I want you to, as positive as you can be, fire up the fans for 2026, mate.
Stand strong, Manly fans. Get down to Brookie. Support your team. We need it. I'm really hoping we get into the 8 this year and make some sort of a decent hit on the NRL comp. I really just want the boys to go well, and it'd be nice for all the fans to get, feel good about it every weekend rather than sort of going, oh, yeah, we did okay, but we'll always improve. No, fire up, Manly. Let's go.
Oh, big. I love it. Very electric, mate. My last words for Manly fans, as Cheggers said, get down to Four Pines, support your team. It's always great to see home fans at a home stadium. So get down there, support your club, whether it's a Thursday, whether it's a Sunday afternoon, doesn't matter what it is, get down and support them. I hope Manly go all right. I hope my predictions are completely wrong. So fire up, Manly fans. But that is all we have time for on this team preview for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out our great sponsors at Gibson Country Style Jerky. Best jerky going around. They've got a variety of flavors, including teriyaki, pepper steak, and now honey soy garlic as well. If you use the code podcast, you'll get 10% off. So head over to Gibson Country Style Jerky. Get your jerky fix today. But until next time, I'm the Prophet. That's Cheggers, wherever you are.
Can I give a quick shout out?
You can. Go for it.
I was going to say, follow Mick Makes Art. I'm trying to build my little Instagram page, and you'll see it all on the Ruck Fisherman podcast page, all the little bits and pieces, doing some little ads with all of them. There's Gibson, there's Koala Mars, and of course the corner post. So get into them. That's who we're doing some stuff for now. But follow the Instagram. It's on I believe the handle is right here. Mick Makes Art, and on Insta. So give us a follow. It'd be cool. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And back off his mind. All right. Until next time, be good.
Be good.